All right.
Climbing these stairs is both a physical and mental battle for Jan Lambourne.
Up with the right.
Each strenuous step
And switch.
demonstrates how far she's come.
We made it. Oh, well, who needs physio? We're good.
But the pain is a reminder of just how she ended up here in the first place.
The body is definitely getting stronger. I have accomplished a lot this year.
It began as a long weekend away to see her favorite country singers in Las Vegas. It was Lambourne's first trip to the city. On the final night, just before 10 p.m., she snapped this pic of Jason Aldean on stage. Just a few minutes later, the nightmare began.
Run! Keep your head down! Run! Go!
The thousands gathered were under attack from where and by who they didn't know then. But the rapid gunshots kept coming.
I looked down and I could see I was bleeding. And the reality was, I'd been shot.
We first met Lambourne in the hospital 36 hours after she was shot in the abdomen and texted her husband to say she loved him because she was afraid she wasn't going to make it. Living through that terror has scarred her body
That's all I can think about.
and shaped her life.
Okay, let's get the air here.
Lambourne has spent most of the last year in this room trying to heal. Her pelvis was shattered. For 7 months, she sat and slept in a hospital bed here and then had to relearn how to walk.
I've graduated to the cane, so I'm feeling quite proud of myself. Yeah.
So what's the next goal then?
Just to be pain-free, get rid of that constant reminder would be the best goal. Yeah.
Because what happened in Vegas continues to play out in her mind. She's been seeing a mental health therapist since the shooting.
It's hard to put things aside. It's never going to go away, but hopefully it will get easier.
Many of the things she once loved now induce anxiety. She's a big fan of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, but going to an open-air stadium last month and walking through the crowds triggered her.
How is it when you're outside in a big area like that?
I'm not going to lie. I was scanning the place. Nobody was worried. They don't need to be, but this is just my mind now.
And you've tried to see some shows outside?
I did, but I can't do it. There's just something that sits in the back of your mind, I guess, that just doesn't feel right. I really need that security feeling right now. Here we go.
Which is why she's been sticking close to home and spending time in here.
This is my go-to spot when I need to just have time to myself. Just to come in and breathe, reflect. This is where you're replacing all your bad memories with good memories.
It's a room dedicated to
what
her
I do.
love of country music. There are mementos from the few shows she's seen since the festival,
My survivor flag.
but mostly it's a tribute to the victims and survivors of Vegas. And even though she sees it as a refuge, a place to reclaim memories,
Every day is a new day. Can I come out now?
it sometimes gets a little too much.
This is me getting anxiety and walking away.
1 year on, investigators still don't know why the gunman checked into his room on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, armed with an arsenal of weapons designed to kill as many as possible. When police entered his room, they found him dead. He killed himself. In the past year, investigators have pieced together how the carefully calculated shooting unfolded, but have never been able to determine just what motivated him.
Does it make any difference to you, though, not knowing why, even on some level?
Really? What is the reason? some asshole didn't think that my life was worth living, that we didn't need to be here, that our families didn't need us. And yeah, not knowing would have made a difference. I mean, whatever was in his mind, we'll never know. I had a lot of visitors over the winter. Made lots of coffee.
Lambourne says she's only been able to get through the past year because of family and friends. Perhaps her biggest help has been the connections she made with other survivors from Vegas. On the night of the shooting, Lambourne dragged herself into a merchandise tent and hid under a wheelbarrow bleeding. That's where Justin Uhart found her and never left her side until she went into surgery.
There she is. Hey, how you doing?
They were reunited in the hospital in Las Vegas and now talk all the time.
I know.
And here is Uhart. That's the last name of the young man that saved my life.
She now has a permanent tribute to him, along with the victims.
To heal, but never forget, to honor the ones we lost, to celebrate the life we have. I've never had anything mean so much.
She says these words give her strength to deal with the memories that she knows will always be there and is trying to figure out just how to live with. Briar Stewart, CBC News, near Toulon, Manitoba.